So, you can shine in the day like the sun, or you can glow in the dark like the moon. Because why struggle to become a star or to be a star on television like a celebrity when you were already born a star? You already have your light that everyone sees, and then you also have the light that comes from the darkness of you that actually makes you who you are, because your darkness makes you who you are. Your darkness creates the light that you actually can shine on other people. And the thing about the light is that when the sun shines in the sky, the sun is your soul, the spirit of God that's in the sky. When it shines down, it shines on everything and everyone, creating a light. But as we all know, that angels are angles of light, which means that you still cast a shadow. Sometimes your shadow is casted on that which goes deeper than what the eyes can see, deeper into the darkness, deeper into the subconscious mind, or what you put in the back of your mind that people forget over the years. They also come out in your dreams, or they are absorbed by your physical body to the point where that light that you have, that darkness that you have, pretty much got absorbed, because darkness absorbs a lot of light. That's just like a black hole. It's just like non-ether melanin, which is what we all live for in a way, because melanin is just like the skin. Melanin is that which gives you your power to connect to the sunlight. It gives you your power to connect to the yin and the yang, or should I say, the yin and the yang, the alpha and the omega, the masculine and the feminine, the first, the last, technically. So in a way, when it becomes to trying to be a star or trying to portray yourself as a star, a lot of people, they actually don't want to be themselves. That's why people put on a lot of masks. That's why when people watch TV, or when they say, I want to grow up to be like this person, or I want to grow up to be this and to do that, they are putting on the mask of becoming someone or something else, instead of just being themselves. That's just like right now, a lot of us are talking about self-love, but if you have to love the light of yourself, then you have to be able to love the darkness of yourself, because it is your darkness that makes you who you are. It's like a person that becomes a star to the point where they are almost considered a celebrity. They have to have a story. They have to have a past. They have to have the darkness that they went through in their life, like a butterfly in a metamorphosis, like a cocoon. They have to have that darkness in order to turn into a butterfly, in order to show people how they spreaded their wings and how they flew like an angel or flew like an eagle. You know what I'm saying? They have to have that. That's why you need the yin and the yang. That's why there is no such thing as separation. This right here is like a quarter. Every quarter has two sides. You got the heads and you have the tails. You have to flip them. You have the left side of your brain, you have the right side of your brain. You have to flip them like being ambidextrous. Sometimes you have to use your rational mind. Then you also have to use your irrational mind. You have to use both sides of the spectrum and not just be one-sided. That's like right now, a lot of people talk about light, and that's the only thing they're necessarily good at in a way. That's the only thing they live for. They don't talk about the darkness. But the fact that it's almost the ego that only wants to be great at one thing. So it is the ego that only wants to be great at light. It's like saying, if you know a person that only wants to be great at light, then in a way that can just be the ego, because instead of being great at one thing, you can be great at all things. You have to be great on both sides of the spectrum, on both sides. You have to teach about the light and you have to teach about the darkness. It cannot be just either or one or the other. They're both the same. That's just like Kundalini Shakti. They are both the same. There is no separation. Just like life and death. The third dimensional world, which is this 3D world, is when you see all the light. But when you go to sleep, that's why sleep is the cousin of death. It is considered the fourth dimension, but it is also considered the second dimension, because when you ascend, you're actually descending. It's like, really, when you look up to the sky, if the sun was not there, then you would be surrounded by complete darkness. The only light you would see is the light from the stars. So really, when you are falling, you are darkness that is falling into the light. You are not light that is diving deep into the water or into the darkness. It's really upside down. But yeah, that's one thing that I want to say today. I have more things, but gotta break it down the right way. You feel me? I shake.